Demi Lovato was recently on The Kelly Clarkson Show talking about what has changed in her life recently. Demi talked about her new single, I Love Me, stating a powerful call for self-love, to which she then revealed on the show about how she was not being authentic about her true self, saying, I felt like I wasn't being authentic to people because I've been editing pictures. Like I got on a vacation to Bora Bora last year and I edited the bikini pictures. And I posted them and I got a bunch of likes, but it didn't feel good because I was putting up something that wasn't real. I felt like I was catfishing everybody. She said she felt the need to change that perspective and post something that is real. And that's when she decided to post this unedited bikini picture. And with a powerfully renewed perspective, she further said, okay, you really want to judge me? Here it is. And nothing that you say is going to affect what the strength and the love that I have for myself up here. With Kelly responding, I feel like it's really freeing. Now, we know that it has been a tough road for the hitmaker. Let's take a look at what happened in her life to lead her to this point of pure authenticity. Demi started out her career at such a young age. In 2002, she had the opportunity to step in front of the camera on a children's TV classic, Barney and Friends. As she was doing really well with her newly kindled interest, her personal issues still stepped in their way to her career. She had a difficult childhood. At the very young age of 2, her parents got divorced. On her confident album track, Father, she opened up about her issues with her father, him having mental problems as well as being abusive. She said, he knew he wasn't capable of raising a family, and it was because of his mental illness. To know that it really wasn't his fault really was saddening to me. I wanted to write about it. I wanted to process it. And on her YouTube documentary, Demi Lovato Simply Complicated in 2017, Demi, her sister Dallas, and her mother Diana further explain how her father Patrick Lovato was kind-hearted, but tends to be problematic with his alcohol and drug dependency. As Demi thrived with her career, she was rewarded with great opportunities. In 2006, she appeared on an episode of Prison Break as Danielle Curtin. In 2007, she nailed an audition into Disney for a starring role on As the Bell Rings. In 2008, she finally scored a grand role with the Jonas Brothers on Camp Rock, which rocketed her career to stardom as a Disney idol. But when things started getting good so quickly in her career, with albums and sequels coming out here and there, Demi found herself downhill on some serious personal issues. In 2009, Demi was 17 and started using cocaine. In the same documentary, she revealed, my first time doing coke, I was 17, working on Disney Channel, and I was with a couple of friends and they introduced me to it. I was scared because my mom always told me that your heart could just burst if you do it. But I did it anyways, and I loved it. And she added, I felt out of control with the coke the first time that I did it. This was causing a lot of turmoil within her family and her management. When she turned 18 in 2010, Demi decided to ditch the Jonas Brothers tour and enter a treatment facility for emotional and physical issues. She was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. But this treatment did not end very well, and she really wasn't ready to get sober. She was still abusing drugs and alcohol, and as a matter of fact, it had only gotten worse. Demi said, I went on like a bender of 2 months where I was using daily, and there was one night where I used a bunch of coke and I popped a few Xanax bars, and I started to choke a little bit, and my heart started racing. I remember thinking, oh my God, I might be overdosing right now. When everybody in her management was ready to leave Demi, that's when something really clicked, and she told herself that she really needed to end her self-destruction. This time, she started taking action and submitting to the process of sobriety. When Demi was 19, while being a judge on X Factor, she had already been sober for a year. Phil McIntyre, Demi's manager, said, what nobody knows is that while she was a judge, she's living in a sober apartment with roommates. She is having to do chores. She has no cell phone. She is completely and totally submitted to the process of recovery. During this process, Demi realized lots of things. She said, You really have to lean into the people that are trying to support you, like my family, like Mike and Phil. You really have to surrender because that's when change is going to happen. Her sobriety lasted years, and it was good even while she was battling with her eating disorders. But her years of sobriety still led to a relapse, which is, of course, naturally part of being sober, as Ellen DeGeneres stated when Demi was on her show in March this year. On the show, Demi opened up about her relapse in 2018. Demi said, "Over the years, it progressively got worse and worse, with people checking what my order on Starbucks were or my bank statements. Like just little things like that. It led to me being really, really unhappy. My bulimia got really bad, and I asked for help and I didn't receive the help that I needed. And so I was stuck in this unhappy position. And here I am sober and thinking to myself, I'm 6 years sober, but I'm miserable. I'm even more miserable than I was when I was drinking. Why am I sober?" And I sent a message out and I reached out to the people that were on my team, and they responded with "You're being very selfish. This would ruin things for not just you, but for us as well." And unfortunately, this single mistake, this bad day, led to a relapse of 3 months, which eventually led her to an OD that got her to the hospital. After this, she is back to being sober again, up to this very moment, being a strong voice of those people who need to be heard as a mental health awareness advocate. Demi truly inspires many and probably saved more of those experiencing the same issues as her. Demi ended the interview with a powerful message saying, "As long as you take the responsibility you can, move past it and learn to love yourself the way that you deserve to be loved." We really do hope this new wonderful chapter is what Demi holds on to. We love you, Miss Lovato. Don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up to date with your favorite celebrities.